Oh, this is something new. You can make a little wedding cake? Okay, I mean, we already can make cake, but that would be really adorable to be able to make your own little wedding cake. Oh. My Wedding Stories game pack. I wonder what the little asterisk is all about. Alright. So what do we have going down here? I wonder what people are talking about. Is it, could it potentially be something about likes and dislikes? Wait, what was that? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Where the heck are we? Okay, so you can try on different types of wedding outfits and dresses. Okay, oh, that's so cute. What are those little cakes about? Oh my gosh. No way, bouquets? Oh, the bouquets are so adorable. All right, so there seems to be like cheers. What is everybody nervous about the wedding? Oh. Are they just gonna go ahead and ditch all of it and like elope? Is that what it's all about? Okay, so people walking down the aisle, Sims just standing around as Sims do at weddings, for sure. The dip kiss! Wait, we get the dip kiss back? Oh my gosh, so did she end up marrying somebody else at the wedding that was supposed to be with him? Alright, so it looks like they're, yeah, I see. So she ditched that wedding. Oh, you get flower kits and ring bearers. Aw, this is really cute. Oh my gosh, I love all the flowers. I love the hair and some of the designs too. So do you actually see a wedding ring on your Sims fingers now? Look at all the, okay, there's so much new hair. Oh, I really like the little, oh, oh my gosh. Like the little beautiful earring that I saw. Okay, the wedding cake thing is really cute. Okay, that's really cute. You can feed each other wedding cake. This is getting really adorable. Yes, you can toss the flower bouquet. I heard that rumor that there's all sorts of different, oh my goodness, this is, oh, you can put little flowers on people's chest. I've heard rumors that you're going to be able to come up with all sorts of your own wedding traditions to have and do different styles of weddings. Look at all the pictures of everybody together and renewing your vows. That'll make renewing your Sims vows and really celebrating the relationships that you've built up so much fun. Say I do February 17th because releasing it on the 14th potentially would have been too on the nose. You guys! Huh. All right, well, welcome, welcome. I am carrying on with just kind of following the breadcrumb trail of different hints and little sneak peeks of the upcoming game pack. I'm very surprised to see a whole new world and quite a chonkin' bit of potential content, maybe, that seems to be coming on in with the My Wedding Stories game pack. I have to admit, I really like the focus on some of the micro moments in the Sims' lives. One part of my mind is kind of thinking that it would be fun to have some more macro level packs that really sort of progress the gameplay across the board. Kind of like Seasons did or Pets did. I'm not exactly sure what that would be anymore because we have covered so many things. Even Cottage Living introduced so many things. But I really do think that there's a lot of value in potential story building, which is what I am all about and I am here for, in being able to go ahead and focus on these micro moments in our Sims lives. It makes me really wish we could focus more kind of on the transition between being a child and a teenager, for instance, or even no, not really. Not more about young adulthood. I take it back. There's plenty about young adulthood in The Sims, and we can back that up a little bit. Micro moments maybe in being an elder, which we kind of touched on a little bit with knitting and being able to sit in the rocking chair and reminisce over your memories. I think that there could be a lot of good potential in these. So on the one hand, I can totally see valid reasons why focusing on something as kind of minute and just like a moment in time as weddings would be a little bit almost too focused for a game pack to some people. But on the other hand, I could see how that really allows you to create such a more elaborate story in what it could be, at least, a significant event in the story that you create for your Sims lives. Ironically, Chips and I had like the most micro wedding ever because we literally just had the two witnesses and the officiant and ourselves in like his mom's backyard because it was COVID times. So maybe I can live out the fancy ideas, which honestly I've never really had myself, but my Sims can in my Sims world. So let's see what we have. So our story. After a long friendship, Dominique and Camille actually got together on what was supposed to be Camille's wedding day. A little untraditional, but when you find your person, you just know. No big surprises expected this time around. So that's what I thought. Camille was not very happy with the whole wedding thing and ended up meeting Dominique and they fell in love. Got it. And so venue, famed for its wedding industry, Tarsosa. Tartsosa. I like the idea of calling it Tartosa, there we go. Tartosa is rich with beautiful venue options. We considered the beach and the forest as well as a local estate and a church. Ultimately, we decided on a garden wedding. Look at all those new wedding arches. Be still my heart. There's this really cool like twig shaped thing. I'm totally all over that. Oh my gosh. I like it. I like it. Is there a new piano over here too? I do think there is actually a cool new piano. Dressing up, we did some window shopping at the village to choose our wedding looks. Shh, no spoilers. You'll need, if you need some ideas, we recommend you do the same for some fashionable attire. So that's really cool, and it'll be interesting to see like how those little micro window shopping events work. I'll probably use the tool mod to make it a lot more interactive, like put maybe one of the dress up things from the Get Famous pack outside and have my Sims kind of like dress up. It'd be really fun to have an indoor venue to be able to like pick out dresses and stuff like that. But this also sounds like talking in like a foreign culture to me because I've never cared about that. I literally just wore my favorite dress I already owned for my wedding. However, I get how it's a huge industry and something that's really big for some people. And for some of my Sims, that might be a big deal. And for other of my Sims, it'd be really cute to take them to maybe a wedding thrift shop and just have them go thrifting for their wedding dress. Like, that would totally have been what Fern would have done. I love that idea. And then, oh, here's what I really wanted to see. Look at all these cakes. Okay. They're not as cute as I was hoping. I'm just gonna put that out there. They're boxy. Are those? Oh my gosh, you guys, hang on here. Those are two cow plants. Those are two cow plants on top of a wedding cake. Never mind, I take back everything I just said critiquing these cakes. I think that'll do. Also, the idea of the bouquets, it looks like you can have several types of bouquets, and so help me, I hope they fold that into the flower arranging skills so you can craft your own bouquets or craft bouquets for people, because that would be super, super special. To like, that's actually what Chips and I did for my bouquet. I clipped flowers that I had grown in my arrow garden, my cascading petunias, and we clipped some of the blossoming branches that were like winter branches in his mom's backyard, and we put them all together into a little bouquet, and it felt so special to just like take the plants that I had grown myself. I would love being able to do that. It definitely looks like there is a new piano as well. So let's see, for a garden wedding, nothing more appropriate than florals. We had tons of decor options for everything from the cake to the bouquets, the seats, table setup, and more. All right, so that's literally it. I feel gypped on this amount of information. Let's go trolling for more. And would you look at that? I go on a walk with my husband, come back, and indeed, there is more news about The Sims 4 My Wedding Stories. And I'm really grateful they've kind of fleshed out some of the ideas of what's going to be coming in Wedding Stories in these screenshots, as well as some information about the festivities. So let's go over this really quickly. Introducing Tartosa, the most romantic world in all of Sims 4. The sunsets are heart-stopping, the beaches are breathtaking, and the gardens are astonishing, and the waterfalls waterfalls, always love it when they add new waterfalls, I have to admit that's very beautiful, are awe-inspiring. Tartosa is a paradise made for love. This idyllic world is the perfect place to celebrate your Sim's nuptials, from putting a ring on it to the renewal of vows, reflecting a true wedding and happily ever after experience. Now, very interesting. Again, I'm not really a big one about weddings. I've been thinking a lot about this since the announcement came out when, like, I was on my walk with my beloved husband. And to me, like, the wedding is just sort of this blip in my Sim's life, and the happily ever after is always what I'm more interested in. However, I really love that they are starting to flesh out those moments, like I said, those milestone moments in my Sims' lives, giving us the tools so that the storytelling becomes more intuitive for everyone, I think is the way to go forward on all of these little game packs where they're really kind of fleshing out a small feature of the game into something a little bit bigger. At its heart, The Sims 4 is its best when it is a storytelling game, and that storytelling has to be intuitive for people to just slide into. I have had so many comments over the years from people who ask me, how do you come up with the stories for your Sims? And to me, it's so obvious because I just kind of put together the things that can happen in the game and watch as the story unfolds. And for a lot of people, they tend to get bored of Sims 4 because they feel like they are kind of telling the same story over and over again, or they feel like they need the story kind of as a guideline for them, like somebody to do like a checkpoint of like, do this, do this, do this, do this, which is why I think they added in the scenarios. However, I think at the end of the day, the most fulfilling way to play The Sims 4 is when you tell the story yourself and you can just make it up intuitively as you go. That's how I've always loved playing Sims. That's kind of the foundation behind the storytelling of everything that I do on our channel. And I really think that people would be so much happier if they were able to just kind of like intuitively start telling their stories without a lot of stress. So I'm willing to really accept a wedding pack because I'm hoping it will make these moments more intuitive to storytelling. And then somebody will be like, oh yeah, that's Jarm. And he actually went ahead and picked a fight with like the like mother of the bride or something like that. And maybe that will end up helping you have these flashpoint moments in your Sims' lives where their stories and personalities will really take root. So I'm totally for that, and I'm hoping it's going to be a little chaotic, to be honest, because often I think people get so bored because they play their Sims' lives almost like a script where they're trying to get everything perfect. So maybe these wedding moments, especially because there's going to be likes and dislikes about this, will give us ways to flesh our Sims' personalities out more and flesh the stories out more. And if you do that and you spend time really investing in the personality of your Sim, I feel like you're going to just naturally start leading into more of the story. And nothing feels as good to me as building my own story and really immersing myself in it and loving it. And I think that that is really the key behind getting rid of the way that so many people grow bored with the game, is being able to give them the ability to always feel like they're telling a fresh story. And you can do that if you strengthen your storytelling skills, and sometimes chaos helps with that. And at other times, it might be the pre-wedding festivities. A wedding doesn't start until your partner says yes, right? Enjoy the thrill of every major moment leading up to the big day, starting with your engagement, which I wonder if that's a hint that it will start being more of a big deal to get engaged. Maybe, do you think we'll be able to slide the ring across the table to propose like we used to be able to do in The Sims 2? Because that was one of my favorite ways to have my Sims like get engaged. Although you can be absolutely spontaneous type and elope at City Hall, you can also spend some time selecting the flawless ring and create a sim, picking the right time and location. So flawless ring and create a sim, that means that we are definitely not going to have like a ring shot, but I'm sure that we can work around that somehow. When they say yes, because of course they will, you're a total catch. You and your partner will have the preference to, will have the preference to host pre-wedding parties to celebrate the big news with family and friends. Just like your wedding, your sim couple can plan an engagement party, batch parties or rehearsal dinners any way they want, complete with the options of toast, speeches, food, gifts, and dancing, as well as choosing a sim of honor. Interesting. So a lot of these are, like I said, foreign concepts to me because I have never been to a wedding and I have never participated when I got married in a wedding. But again, story moments. I might even take what they call like a sim of honor and maybe I might do something story-wise with it. Like say it has to be the oldest sim that my sim knows, like maybe that's just part of their culture, or it has to be like a sibling. I think that that could be really fun to give yourself kind of like little story traditions like that that maybe this pack will help you kind of flesh out. Ultimate checklist for planning your nuptials. The fun of planning all the ceremony details may begin, and you can make your weddings uniquely yours. You don't like to dance? No problem. We'll just prepare more food. After you have established your Sims couple's likes, dislikes, wants, and nots, now that is really interesting to me because according to the trailer and according to this, it sounds like the Sims will have their own preferences that will really kind of show maybe in the colors, kind of now that Sims sort of have favorite color themes and favorite style decors, maybe in flavors, like that would be really cool. I would like to kind of toy with it and see how those likes and dislikes emerge because that's really cute. You can move on to setting a date and choosing your venue. Tartosa is full of picturesque locations, from a coastal village to the forested inland, with everything you need to make your wedding day magical, including reverent residents and local lore. There's extravagant ballrooms, sunset-laden beaches, and peaceful gardens. We've partnered with community creators from different backgrounds to create lots that represent our community, like Icy Mummun's Garden of Palace Vals and Centurial Harmony Garden, created by Catherine Games YouTube. Once in town, you can go to the local wedding attire boutique to try on a vast array of dresses and tuxedos. From traditional to modern, from flowing white gowns to reds and henna type worn by Hindu brides, there's a look for everyone. Then you'll be able to visit the flower cart in the center of town to choose the bouquet you'll inevitably toss over your shoulder. What's a party without a cake? Swing over to the pastry shop to taste test and put your personal spin on your Sim's perfect cake from seemingly endless options and combinations. And don't forget your cake topper. I am totally using those cow plants! The perfect cinematic wedding. Today is the big day, and now it's time to revel in everything you've built. If you're celebrating a more traditional Chinese matrimony, you can start the day with a family gathering, the customary tea ceremony, serving refreshments to your respective families. Okay, this is getting really cool, actually. After slipping into your wedding attire, it's now time to start the wedding ceremony. Your guests will gather together to cordially await your arrival. Once you've set down your flower pal and ring bearer, sent your flower pal and ring bearer down the aisle, if you choose to do so, then you and your partner will do the same, either alone or with someone to give you away. Vows exchanged, I-do's certified, and the first kiss seals the deal. Congratulations, newlywed. Let's party. Okay, I have to admit, if I had had my Simpine walk his daughter Fern down the aisle, I think I would have cried. It's starting to get to me. The hype is starting to get to me. In the wedding reception, you'll have an opportunity to toss your bouquet, cut the cake with your partner, and even share your first slow dance as a married couple, complete with the rehearsal, twirl, and dip. Then move over, lovebirds. The rest of the party wants to join you on the dance floor for some line dancing. Okay, wait, what? Okay. So we're going to have dancing, likes and dislikes. There's a whole bunch of different traditions you can do. There's a new world. There's multiple venues. There's a whole bunch of flowers all over the place. I'm starting to get really pumped about this, actually. Memories to last a lifetime. You and your partner's celebration doesn't stop after the reception. You'll have a lifetime together to memorialize your matrimony, starting with the photos you captured and vacations you've planned. Whether you stay in Tartosa or travel to another far-off world, you'll be able to enjoy your new life with an intimate vacation for two. Okay, that makes me wonder if there's going to be like a fun honeymoon event. As you and your partner grow old, you two will also have the chance for vow renewal, reaffirming your love for each other as a smaller, simpler version of your wedding ceremony. Okay. Huh. Yeah, this is actually getting a little bit more interesting, like line dancing, bouquets, a whole bunch of new locations, new clothes, new items, new traditions. I am always pumped for anything that adds to the gameplay, and like I mentioned before, can really help just make the storytelling more intuitive. I think that is the heart of what a good Sims game is, and I think it's one of the reasons people struggle so much with really continuing to stay invested in their Sims. If you can invest in their stories and maybe special moments like this, just remembering how fun it was to host the wedding of your Sims, then I think that you're just going to fall in love with your families and want to stay by their side for generations to come, like I have done with our Greene Family Legacy. So I was really ambivalent when everything started, to be completely honest, and then a tiny bit optimistic about it. But now that I'm thinking it through, I think that this game pack might potentially signal a fantastic new direction for a lot of the DLC to go in, that I really hope means that we'll start seeing more moments like this where gameplay can really add to the stories that we are trying to tell. So we'll have to see. This is going to be the pack that I judge that like trajectory on, and if it ends up just falling flat across the board, then I will kind of take some deep breaths and admit that maybe it's going to be mostly clothes and young adult parties for as far as you can see, but at least we have the mod community. But we'll have to see how it all turns out. You guys let me know what you think, what you're excited about. I do have several Sims who are about ready to get married, and this actually makes me look forward to all those events. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I look forward to picking out these bouquets. I have to say, it's so cute. And if you would like to join me on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.